Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mary King. I am from Midland, Texas. I am a booth runner here at Ray Clark Salon, and I would like to give you my audition for the Redken Artist Program. I haven't always wanted to do something like this until about 10 years ago when I decided I really wanted to be a hairdresser. And when I got into it, I fell in love with it and realized this is my place and this is where I need to be. It was really hard to make that decision considering I'm already a mom of 3 kids and I am now going to be a grandma in a few months. So this is just really exciting for me to have the opportunity to even be able to do this for you guys. So today I am going to introduce you to my client / guest, Sky. We are just going to be doing a root touch-up on her with her highlights and her lowlights using a technique that I used at the exchange in November of 2016 at the Color and No Lie class. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do on Sky right here is I'm going to do a pre-art treatment on her, and I am going to put her under the heat for about 5 to 10 minutes because since she is pregnant, I want to make sure I remove all of that grit and that buildup and all of that debris from her hair since her hormones are kind of going crazy and she is taking vitamins and whatnot. So I'm going to damp her hair. And with the pre-art treatment, since it's not as thick as say like a shampoo would normally be, I actually like to put it in a spray bottle like this, just a big spray bottle. And I like to just spray it throughout the hair before I put that plastic cap on there. And then I'll put her under the dryer. Okay, so now that we have her all dry from pre-arting and the cleansing cream, now it's time to begin our color. As you can see, I have 5 different sections, 1, 2, 3, and then I have 2 in the back. Today we're just gonna do a partial, so I've just kind of done from the top of the ear up back here. So we've got our 2 sections right here. I've got my lightener mixed up. I am using Flash Lift, 1 scoop of Flash Lift, 1 ounce of 20 volume peroxide developer with 4 mLs of pH bonder, number 1. And then with her low light, I'm using Shades EQ gloss with 06 NB. I'm using an ounce of gloss, an ounce of Shades EQ solution, and then of course the 4 mLs of pH bonder. Now, with my lightener, I have 4 bowls mixed or pre-mixed. I've just got my lightener and developers in the bowls and I haven't exactly mixed those yet in those 3 because I'm waiting until I get to each section, since with the lightener, the highest processing time is within the first 10 to 20 minutes. So I want to make sure it's nice and fresh whenever it hits that section. So let's get started. With the back of her hair right here, what I'm going to be doing with the technique is I'm going to be kind of doing slanted and then horizontal sections because they're not going to be quite vertical, they're just going to kind of be slanted. Look, I'm going to take a paper thin section right here. Of course you want to be able to see through it, you want to be able to read letters through it, okay? I'm going to weave it. With my lightener, and I am using the short bristled short brush. This right here is it's gonna keep me from overlapping onto the side sections with these shorter corners right here, so that's why I'm using this brush. And I'm just gonna touch up her root right there. I want to make sure I mash those corners right there because we don't want that foil slipping and going anywhere. I'm going to take another paper thin section right here. I'm going to make sure that you can see through it and read through it. Weave it. Now with this, I'm going to go in with her low light. Sky likes a more natural look, so we kind of tend to give her a little more evenness with her highlight and her low light, because she kind of likes the dark and the light shining through. Those corners. Now I'm going to do 2 little slanted sections right here on this side. My short brush. Now I like using the plastic tail combs rather than the metal tail combs, because with the plastic ones, you're going to get that bend around the head the way that you need it. With the metal ones, you don't get much bend. It's just kind of where you put that foil, that's where it's going to go, because you can't maneuver the comb in any which way that you need to around the head. Now that I've got 2 of my diagonals sitting right there, I'm going to come together in the center. And now I'm going to go horizontally, straight across, right above those 2 foils on each side. And I'm going to go straight across. And I'm going to do the same thing straight across. I'm going to give her a highlight, and then I'm going to give her a low light, and then I'm going to start all over with each side. And I'm going to keep that pattern going until I reach the next section. I'll switch to my longer brush. And we use the shorter bristles on the root touch-ups to keep the color from overlapping into zone 2 from zone 1. Make sure my foils aren't too wide. So I'll kind of take my fingers and go in at like the peace sign. And if it's wider than my peace sign, then I need to shorten up my section. I need to keep it so the color's not leaking out. Okay, now whenever I hit the sides, I'm going to want to kind of take everything at an angle, kind of going this way. That way everything kind of comes in towards her face a little bit. Sky has thinner hair, so we're kind of doing the baby lights with the highlights and the low lights, just because it'll help create the illusion that she's got a little bit of fullness in there. So we'll go kind of at an angle this way with her hair. That way whenever she wears her hair back, everything will kind of flow. Okay, now as I work on the top section, I'm gonna wanna start where her part starts. So Sky part's on her right side. So with that, I'm gonna be coming at an angle or a diagonal with my foils going this way and back. And I may include a few slices here and there, just paper thin ones, just to kind of give her a lot of dimension up here in the top. And then I'm gonna kind of go in a little heavy with her highlight right around her face a little bit. That way she'll have that dramatic look, kind of like how I did right here around her sides. I gave her a little extra highlight right here. Okay, so what I've determined with her gloss is I'm just gonna need something with a violet base, and she's pretty much more yellow than anything. And I have mixed 1.5 ounces of 09V, half an ounce of Crystal Clear Shades Gloss, and 2 ounces of Shea ZQ solution. So I'm just gonna kind of go in that I get her really good and covered where all these highlights are, just to kind of brighten her up, especially right up here at the scalp where she's kind of got a little bit yellow. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but there's a gym right above us upstairs, so sometimes when they're having class, we can hear them banging around. So if you're hearing any noise, it's probably what it is. this is gonna process on Sky for about 25 minutes. Okay, now that we have Sky all washed and clean and dry, I'm actually going to apply my leave-in conditioner for her since she does have a little bit of dryness in there and it'll help prevent any tangling. And I'm going to go with the One United. So I'm going to spray some of that in her hair. I'm going to comb it through. And now we can trim her hair. I'm just gonna give her a slight trim because she does want to keep a lot of her length and she wants to kind of start growing it out a little bit. So I'm probably only gonna take off about 1 inch in the back and then we'll just kind of shape the rest up. And we keep her layers fairly long because her hair is so thin. You don't want it to look too stringy at the ends. And she always wears her hair parted on her right side. So we're going to kind of go with that part even while we trim. So right now I'm just separating her hair into 4 sections. And then what I'll do in the back, I've got her separated in the back, got her 2 sections back here. And then I've left about probably 1 inch out right here. Her hair's a little thinner, so I can kind of get away with doing that just a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of cut straight across, bringing each section down. I don't want to pull on her hair and create too much tension because she does have a lot of natural wave in her hair. And since she wears it pretty straight, we need to get it as precise as we possibly can. And I'm just going to kind of take off that stringy part right there at the bottom. It's kind of overgrown right there. Now as I'm going up, I'm only taking about 1/2 inch partings. Standing right in front of my section while I cut to make sure everything's even. Got her all nice and even in the back, straight across. She likes her haircuts pretty blunt in the back. Now on her sides, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot on those because she's kind of wanting to grow them out. She's had a lot of heat damage in here, so we're just trying to take care of that with all the conditioning that we've been doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take her back and kind of align it with her front and give her a nice little angle coming down. Just to get those little dead ends off. And do the same thing. And now we're just kind of trim up her layers a little bit. Take off any of the little wispies and flyaways on the ends, and then check it to make sure everything's even. I'm checking it now. Okay, now whenever I go to dryer, I'm going to be using my Pillow Proof Blow Dry Express Primer. I'm going to be using the spray because I don't want to weigh her hair down, and I need something light and something that's also just going to help protect her hair from the heat. This has got a great heat protectant in it. Just want to make sure I give her a nice even coat of that on there. Before we use any hot tools. Fashion work to help style, and get those flyaways laying down. Fashion hold's going to have a really light hold to it.
some shine.